Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. Ron Nicoletti here. We're here for Friday's action. You know what? It's Valentine's Day. So let's take a look at those track and weather conditions and have a big smile on our faces when we do it. The main track fast. The turf course listed as good our first race. 6 furlongs, a maiden claiming event for maiden 4-year-olds and upward. Scratch the number 2, the Colchi. Also note the number 6 will wear blinkers on.
They're off. Royal Gallant goes out to take the early lead. Through on the inside, Private Phone with some early speed too. On the far outside, Noble Abode is outrunning in third as the field heads up the backstretch. And then it's Tangible Assets running in between horses. Down on the inside is Grey Day Lover. Optionality's right up in there too, and Put It Forwards at the back, but not far behind. The field is separated by 5 lengths as they move into the far turn. Private Phone and Royal Gallant head and head on the lead through a 22-2 opening quarter mile. A length and a half to Noble Abode outside of Optionality, and then it's Tangible Assets, Put It Forward to the outside, and Grey Day Lover is last as they arrive at the quarter pole. And Royal Gallant is now the leader and is clear by a length and a half. Down on the inside, Private Phone starts to give way in second. Farther out, Optionality is now on the move, and here comes Optionality up alongside of Royal Gallant. And Optionality and Paco Lopez have taken the lead under a hand ride. Optionality confidently ridden and pulling away. It's going to be Optionality to win it in hand the whole stretch run. Then came Royal Gallant, followed by Private Phone and Put It Forward.
The favorite, number 5, Optionality, wins impressively in the opener, owned by Premier Stables Unlimited, trained by Jorge Navarro, ridden to victory today by Paco Lopez. We're on a good turf course for our second race. 7.5 furlongs, maiden claiming event for maiden fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. 1 scratch, and it's number 6, Union Square.
They're off. Bit of an awkward start there for Amber Morning. It's Alguna who goes out for the lead with Roxy Lucy. And right between those two, it's Go Sandy Go. And now it's going to be Roxy Lucy and Go Sandy Go to make the pace as they race into that turn. In behind them, Angel's Girl follows in third position. Then Alguna racing just to the outside of Adria, a length and a half clear of Lloyd Harbor. Amber Morning is last and 7 lengths off the lead as the field runs to the backstretch. Roxy Lucy and Kendra Carmouche making the pace, a length and a half to Go Sandy Go. Angel's Girl third to the inside. Alguna follows in fourth. The first quarter went in 24 seconds flat. And then comes Adria down on the inside, who's racing about 5 lengths off the lead and just next to Lloyd Harbor. Amber Morning continues to be at the back of the field with 7 lengths to make up as they run into the far turn. Roxy Lucy ran 47-3 for the first half mile. And Go Sandy Go moves up alongside now, and these two together, and Go Sandy Go runs for the lead on the far turn. A 17-1 long shot has made the front, but plenty of competition coming. Lloyd Harbor and Angel's Girl are right behind, and now Angel's Girl has moved into second, Lloyd Harbor third, and then Alguna, and Amber Morning goes Sandy Go with a furlong to go. Angel's Girl runs at her, and these two sprint clear the others. Goes Sandy Go reaching for the wire. Angel's Girl keeps coming. Angel's Girl getting to Go Sandy Go. Head and head, nose and nose, and Angel's Girl did it. Over Go Sandy Go, third is either Lloyd Harbor or Alguna.
Number 1, Angel's Girl wins it for owner-trainer Steve Dwoskin, ridden to victory today by Elvis Trujillo. We're going to take a short break and be back for the third race, in about a minute.
ExpressBet brings you a whole new way to play the races. An easier, better way to wager on your favorite tracks. With a more streamlined interface for faster wagering. With more handicapping insights from our world-class experts. With more racetracks, nearly 200 to choose from. And with your personalized multi-view wagering screen, your tracks, your wager pad, and your video are all on one page. It's simply the best way to play the races. Your way. Welcome to ExpressBet. Your way to play.
The OBS March 2-year-old sale is the Grade 1 source to the world, with undefeated juvenile champion Asia Express in Japan, Grade 1 juvenile stakes winners by Conquistadore, Secret Compass, and Bondholder, King's Bishop winner Capo Bastone, and Breeders' Cup Sprint winner Secret Circle in North America. Make plans to find your next Grade 1 winner at the OBS Selected 2-year-old sale, March 10th and 11th. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Welcome back. The third race, 6 furlong maiden claiming event for maiden 3-year-olds. There'll be 5 runners going postward because the number 4, Bob's Grand Slam, has been scratched.
They're off. And Coro sprints right out to a 2-length lead in an instant. I Want More Candy away running in second. There goes I Feel Great, who was a step slow to start, now third to the outside, followed by Hurricaner, and Brown's Gap is fifth and last here, 3 lengths off the lead of Coro, who heads to the half-mile pole 3/4 of a length in front. I Want More Candy, I Feel Great, head second and third. They went 22-1 for the first quarter. Brown's Gap is underway now from fourth, and then comes Hurricaner. Coro by 2.5 lengths on the far turn as Brown's Gap now takes second to the outside. I Feel Great back running in third near the rail, and just steadying there was I Want More Candy in fourth. Then comes Hurricaner, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. A 45 flat half mile, and it's Coro holding on to a 2-length lead here on Brown's Gap. Coro, another furlong to go, and Brown's Gap just keeps on coming. Brown's Gap getting to Coro at the 16th pole. Hurricaner is third, and Brown's Gap is in front. Brown's Gap and Joel Rosario to score over Coro, Hurricaner, and I Want More Candy.
Number 5, Brown's Gap, draws off to win it for Sir David Seal and Safi Joseph, trained by Safi Joseph Jr., ridden to victory today by Joel Rosario. The fourth race is a 7-furlong sprint. It's a starter optional claimer for 4-year-olds and upward. 2 scratches. Scratch number 6, Dream Maestro. Also scratch number 7, Evolution Rocks.
They're off. Sir Edgar stumbled a bit coming out of there. It's Political Justice going out to the front. Sir Edgar will be second or lead, 2.5 clear of Tis Liberty and Bernie the Maestro. And Good Time Had by All is last of the 5, and 6 lengths off of front-running Political Justice and Edgard Zayas, who are out there making the pace, 1.5 lengths clear of Sir Edgar. And then it's Bernie the Maestro, Tis Liberty to the inside, and Good Time Had by All is still about 6 behind at this stage. 22-3 was the first quarter. They go to the half-mile pole. Political Justice takes the mare in charge by a length, with Sir Edgar running in second. Bernie the Maestro now third and still close to the pace, only 2 lengths behind, followed by Tis Liberty and Good Time Had by All. Around the far turn, Political Justice went 45 flat for a half mile. Sir Edgar comes up alongside Bernie the Maestro. Good Time Had by All has begun to move up from last with a 4-wide run as they come to the top of the stretch. Political Justice on the rail. Bernie the Maestro. Between those two, Sir Edgar and Good Time Had by All on the far outside. Bernie the Maestro has taken the lead in the final furlong. Good Time Had by All into second. These two to decide it. Bernie the Maestro holding on. Good Time Had by All still coming. Bernie the Maestro over Good Time Had by All. Tis Liberty was third. Close fourth, Sir Edgar or Political Justice.
That's number 5, Bernie the Maestro, holding off the late charge of number 1, Good Time Had by All. And Bernie the Maestro, owned by our leading owners, Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trained by Mike Maker, ridden to victory today by Javier Castellano. The fifth race, 1 mile on a good turf course. It's a starter optional claimer for 4-year-olds and upward. We have the scratch of the number 5, Key to Power, 6, Going to the Market, 7, Franklin Park, and number 8, El Uno.
They're off. Longhunter came out running on the lead. Grip Hands on the inside is out well, and then comes Manzuti and Twin on the far outside, followed by Hey Leroy, and Serious Indeed is last as Longhunter and Javier Castellano lead the charge into that first turn. It's Longhunter on top by 1.5 lengths. And then it's Manzuti running in second, Twin third to the outside. Grip Hands in tight quarters there, and also hard to control there is Hey Leroy throwing his head up and down. And a 3-wide Serious Indeed is in the back of the field, 5 lengths off the lead. That first quarter, 23-2. On to the backstretch they go, and Longhunter gets away. Longhunter is 2 lengths ahead of Twin, and Manzuti is third to the inside. And then it's Serious Indeed. Grip Hands in between horses, and Hey Leroy is now last, and Hey Leroy is 6 lengths off the lead. It is Longhunter out there on a 2-length advantage as the field races for the turn. 46-4 was his half mile. Longhunter's opened up by 3. Grip Hands taken to the far outside for a clear run into second. Manzuti is third, Twin back running in fourth. Hey Leroy tries to get underway now. He's got 6 lengths to gain. He's gaining ground. Serious Indeed is at the back, but Longhunter's now 4 in front. And they're into the stretch, and Longhunter's 5 in front. Longhunter's 6 in front. And then it's Hey Leroy taking second from Grip Hands, and then Manzuti. But Longhunter is all alone under a hand ride from Javier Castellano. Going all the way to victory here, it wasn't even close. Hey Leroy was second, Grip Hands was third, and Manzuti was fourth.
Number 3, Longhunter, proves too tough for this group. That gives owners Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trainer Mike Maker, and jockey Javier Castellano their second victories on the card. We'll take a short break and be back for the 6th race in just a moment.
Racing towards the line, academic probation. She learned her lessons in the race, and she gets the diploma. Academic probation.
Here's Rank has privileges to the lead. Thunder Run on the outside. Ring Weekend backs up to second against the rail. Rank has privileges to win it.
Multiple Grade 1 stakes winner Einstein, sire of impressive debut winners at Keeneland and Churchill Downs in his first crop. Standing at Adena Springs.
A love of horses and a commitment to excellence have come together in the heart of Florida's Marion County. Owned by lifelong horseman Benjamin Leon Jr., Basilou Stables has assembled top-notch thoroughbreds, breeding and racing the champions of today and tomorrow. Breeders' Cup winner Royal Delta has thrilled the racing world with back-to-back wins in the Ladies' Classic. As a multi-year sponsor of the Fountain of Youth and the Florida Derby, Basilou Stables is a proud sponsor of Gulfstream Park.
The 6th race of the afternoon is a 6-furlong sprint. It's a claiming event for 4-year-olds and up with the claiming price $6,250. Scratch number 5, Mr. Flexible.
They're off. My Daddy's Dollars goes straight out to take the early lead. Fearless Cowboy came out running in second, and then it's If I'm Lying, I'm Dying in third. On the far outside, Hard Tap Credit Voucher is in 5th early and 5 lengths off the lead. Then back to Bergerac, Starship Silverado, and Running Wildcat trails the field with a half mile to go. My Daddy's Dollars by 1.5 lengths. Fearless Cowboy's second through a 22-1 opening quarter mile. If I'm Lying, I'm Dying is 3 lengths off the lead, running along in third. Then Credit Voucher, Hard Tap to the outside, and Bergerac. 3 lengths to Starship Silverado, and the trailer Running Wildcat. My Daddy's Dollars and Joel Rosario are 2 in front as they come to the top of the stretch under a hand ride on the lead. They went 45-1 for a half mile into the stretch. My Daddy's Dollars by 2. If I'm Lying, I'm Dying comes up on the outside. Between those two is Fearless Cowboy. They've gone right by the front runner. And now it is If I'm Lying, I'm Dying and Fearless Cowboy. The two of them down to the wire together. If I'm Lying, I'm Dying, Fearless Cowboy. If I'm Lying, I'm Dying, maybe. Fearless Cowboy there too, and then came Bergerac and Hard Tap.
Number 8, If I'm Lying, I'm Dying. Boy, wins a really close photo. Owned and trained by Barbara Pyrie, and that gives jockey Paco Lopez his second win on the card. We're back on the turf for our 7th race. It's a 1-mile event. Claimers 4-year-olds and upward. 1 jockey change on the 9. Make the rider Gilver Chamafi.
All in line. They're off. Defiant is going out to take the early lead. I'm Starstruck away running in second, and then it's Valerie's Green Jet on the outside, followed by Deputy Vic, who has the rail, running in fourth. Cantinero is fifth as the field races for the turn, and then comes Ayrton. Alongside of them, Roars More and LeBron on the far outside. Then it's 2 lengths more back to My Nobleman, and Phineas is last of them all. Phineas is 13 lengths off of front-running Defiant, who heads on to the backstretch in charge here. Defiant ran an opening quarter mile in 23 and 2 and is in front by 2.5 lengths. I'm Starstruck second onto the backstretch. Then it's Valerie's Green Jet in third. Deputy Vic and Cantinero are next, and then Roars More. LeBron on the far outside and Ayrton along the rail, now within 8 lengths of the lead. 2.5 lengths more back to My Nobleman, and still Phineas well out of the race at this stage as they continue for the far turn past a 47 flat half mile. Defiant up top. Now on a 2-length lead as they move into the far turn. I'm Starstruck is second by 2.5. And then it's Valerie's Green Jet and Cantinero when they're both gaining a bit of ground. Then Roars More and Ayrton to the inside. LeBron is dropping back. And then it's My Nobleman. And now they come to the top of the stretch, and Defiant is holding on to the lead. I'm Starstruck runs at Defiant. Cantinero is third to the outside. Then Ayrton and Valerie's Green Jet. And here's I'm Starstruck to take the lead. And here's Cantinero to run after I'm Starstruck and go on by. And Cantinero and I'm Starstruck's battling on. Cantinero over I'm Starstruck. And then came Ayrton, who closed late, then Defiant.
Number 6, Cantinero, gets up under the shadow of the wire, owned and trained by Wesley Ward, ridden today by apprentice Dylan Davis. The 8th race, a 7-furlong sprint. It's an allowance optional claiming event for fillies and mares 4-year-olds and up. Scratch number 6, Magic Mesa.
They're off. Lady from Havana to the inside, out for the lead. Salamera, Calistoga, and Sky Skier. Oh, and stumbling there was Jolina Joe back there in 5th. Took a bad stumble. Then comes Mass Invasion, who's last of them all as the field runs up the backstretch. And they're tightly packed on the front end. Lady from Havana and Calistoga with Sky Skier to the outside of them, and Salamera close up. And then it's Jolina Joe, who had that stumble up the backstretch. It is now 4 lengths off the lead and about 8 lengths ahead of Mass Invasion. 22 flat was the first quarter as they race into the turn where Calistoga has the lead. And Sky Skier is right alongside. Lady from Havana starts to give way as Salamera takes third on the turn. Jolina Joe's 4 lengths behind. And then Mass Invasion, who's still 9 lengths off the lead. Calistoga's had plenty of pressure so far. Sky Skier's alongside, and they blaze through a 44 and 1/2 mile. And these two turn for home together, and now Sky Skier's ahead of Calistoga, and Salamera comes after them, and Mass Invasion with his fast pace is looking for a big upset on the far outside. Salamera, Mass Invasion down the center of the track at 45-1 has taken the lead. Salamera second, Mass Invasion, a huge upset. Then Salamera, Sky Skier, and Jolina Joe.
Number 4, Mass Invasion, lights up the tote board and pays $93.40 to win. Owned by Harvey Morris, trained by Louis Coverall Jr., ridden to victory today by Elvis Trujillo, his second win on the card. We'll take a short break and be back for the late Daily Double in just a minute.
ExpressBet brings you a whole new way to play the races. An easier, better way to wager on your favorite tracks. With a more streamlined interface for faster wagering. With more handicapping insights from our world-class experts. With more racetracks, nearly 200 to choose from. And with your personalized multi-view wagering screen, your tracks, your wager pad, and your video are all on one page. It's simply the best way to play the races. Your way. Welcome to ExpressBet. Your way to play.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jeong?
Zoink!
What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! Look at the pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. Ken,
I'm that guy from that thing.
Give me one. Miller Lite. Man, hell. Hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
We're stretching it out to 1 mile and 7/16 in our 9th race. It's an allowance optional claimer. Fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, 2 scratches. Number 7, Gene Surprise. Also scratch number 9, Jade's Rainbow.
They're off. Intelligente is going to the front. Indian Starlight out of the gate well. And then it's Win for Kitten, who settles into stride on the outside of Love Stands a Chance. Celtic Arch is next, and then Running Debbie C going up on the far outside to be a part of the early pace. Naples Gold is about 5 lengths off the lead. Ifrage Pink well held through the early stages here, 8 lengths off the pace setters. And then back to Glorious Chant, followed by Clearbrook, who's second last. And the trailer is Stars Collide. First quarter mile, 23 3/5 seconds. A decent pace for this long distance as they come into the stretch for the first time. It is Indian Starlight up top. Running Debbie C is second. And then Intelligente third to the inside. And Naples Gold's pulling hard and going up on the far outside. Win for Kitten, 5th in between horses. 4 lengths to make up at this stage. And then comes Love Stands a Chance, who's inside of Celtic Arch. And outside of them, Clearbrook goes up. And they're just ahead of Ifrage Pink. Ifrage Pink is third last right now and 9 lengths off the lead. The 2 trailers, Glorious Chant and Stars Collide. 48 and 1 for the first half mile. Indian Starlight leads the way to the backstretch. Running Debbie C is second and Naples Gold is third to the outside. Intelligente follows fourth along the rail. Win for Kitten, 5th in between horses. Then Clearbrook on the outside's got 3.5 to make up. 2 lengths ahead of Love Stands a Chance. Celtic Arch is after that. Ifrage Pink is still 7 lengths behind at this stage, and then Glorious Chant and Stars Collide, and they went 3/4 in 1, 15 and 1. Continuing up the backstretch, an Indian Starlight and Julien Leparoux have the lead, but Naples Gold is sent along now and is on even terms going into the turn. Then comes Clearbrook. Love Stands a Chance to the outside. Intelligente's got 3 to make up, and then comes on the outside Win for Kitten. Running Debbie C is after that. And then it's Celtic Arch, and nothing yet from Ifrage Pink, who's still 7 lengths behind, but beginning to pick it up in between horses. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Indian Starlight on the inside, and right on the outside comes Clearbrook. Between those two, Naples Gold. On the far outside, Win for Kitten. Ifrage Pink, bottled up in traffic, switches to the far outside for a clear run, but Clearbrook's in front. And now Ifrage Pink comes charging late, but Clearbrook's got it. Clearbrook to win from Ifrage Pink, and then came Win for Kitten, followed by either Celtic Arch or Indian Starlight.
That's number 8, Clearbrook in front, owned by Paul Pampa Jr., trained by Billy Mott, ridden to victory today by John Velasquez. The 10th and final race on the card, 1 mile on a good turf course, a claiming event. Fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, scratch the 3, Quality Kitten, the 4, Lily Hannah, the 11, Rewarding Moment, and number 13, Put It in My Pocket.
They're off. Who's Mary's Daddy had a very good beginning. Negrita Tata with early speed. Raro was there, and then Susie's Gal on the outside, followed by Blackstone, who races on the rail moving into the turn. Sense of a Woman is next, and then a 1.5 gap back to on the inside Viva Allegiance, who is third last, racing on that turn, just ahead of Grand Sabana, and Ben De Silver is last. So they make their way to the backstretch, where the pacemaker is Who's Mary's Daddy. Who's Mary's Daddy by a length. And then it's Negrita Tata second, 24 and 1 was the opening quarter mile. On the outside, running in third position is Susie's Gal. Raro is fourth along the rail. Sense of a Woman, fifth right now, 5 lengths off the lead. And then comes Blackstone to the inside, followed by Grand Sabana. Ben De Silver starts to pick it up outside of Viva Allegiance as they run for the turn. Who's Mary's Daddy and Elvis Trujillo went 47 and 3 for a half mile. They're in front by a length over to Grita Tata and Raro to the inside. Raro's only a 1.5 lengths off the lead at the rail. And And then it's Susie Scal ridden along 3 wide. Sense of a Woman is after that. And then comes Ben de Silver, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. Who's Mary's Daddy? Still on top, but Raro is let loose by Paco Lopez on the outside. And Raro draws up alongside of Who's Mary's Daddy. These two into the final furlong. Who's Mary's Daddy and Raro. Who's Mary's Daddy just keeps on going on the rail. Raro is all out and can't go with Who's Mary's Daddy. And Who's Mary's Daddy pulls away and will win from Raro. And then it was Viva Allegiance third, followed by Ben de Silver and Sense of a Woman.
Nice performance by number 2, Who's Mary's Daddy, in the nightcap, owned by Peace Sign Stable, trained by Bobby DeBone, and that gives jockey Elvis Trio his 3rd win on the card. In the pick 4 paid $2,898.25. The pick 5, there was only 4-5. It paid $130. Carryover going into Saturday, $113,302.59. Pick 6 of 6. $36,171.30. There's a huge carryover, $760,872.18. That wraps up Friday's action. Once again, happy Valentine's Day. We'll be back Saturday and Sunday here at Gulfstream Park, and a special day of racing Monday on President's Day. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, you'll see me here at Gulfstream Park. Good night and good luck.